is Carla from Written Word Calligraphy. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm super duper excited to introduce to you my new products. We've got a wax seal stove and melting spoon, and of course to pair with that you'll need some wax beads which you can put in there to melt and make wax seals slowly and meditatively. We've got 8 new colors hitting the shop. I'll show you more later. And a brand new wax seal. This one is a calligraphy pen wax seal, of course, for all of us calligraphers. And I'm really excited to show you guys how to use this stove and how to mix some colors, demonstrate that, some of my tips and tricks to make really good wax seals. Are you guys excited? Let's get started. So first, let's talk about the tools you need to get started. So we have the modern wax seal stove. We're gonna open that up. I have here my silicone mat. This one is to protect our surface, and that way when we make the wax seals, we can easily pop it off. We'll also need some wax beads. So these ones are our beige wax seal beads. They come in all the 8 colors. And I'm really excited because the wax beads, you can mix and match them in the melting spoon. And of course, we'll also need a wax seal. This one's the calligraphy pen one, which is the one we're just launching. And because the stove will be using a tea light, we'll also need a lighter. You can use whichever one. And some paper towel, wet paper towels. That way we can clean the melting spoon. Or if you don't have any of those, I've also got some baby wipes. So yeah, okay, so let's now unbox our modern wax seal stove. This is our new product. Really excited about it. It has a little instruction sheet here on how to use the wax seal stove. And you know, this piece is entirely made of brass. We're really excited about it. You know, it's like this beautiful brass piece. It has our logo engraved in the back. Got these like rubber pads here to help prevent the heat from transferring here, and it got a little tea light that goes underneath here, as well as this spoon. This metal spoon is about 1 inch diameter here in the front, and then it's got our little it's got a little sleeve here to protect from heat, because this whole piece does get hot if you light it up. So this is how it works. It kind of this lays on just like that. Yeah, so we've got this little tea light going on here. This tea light is also replaceable. You can replace it with another candle if you'd like, as long as it fits within this height right here. All right, so we've got that ready, and that what we're gonna do first is to light it up. And that way we can get this whole piece heated. So as I mentioned, it's going to be hot. So we're going to leave that on its own, and while we discuss the wax beads. So the wax beads now come in this little cute pouch, and there's 100 beads in each of these. And they are in these really cute little arch shapes. So you need 2 or 3 to make a wax seal, depending on how big you want the wax seal to be. And you can mix and match them. So for example, for right now, we're just going to use these 2 beige ones. I'm going to put it in there and so that it could start melting. But I personally have been loving combining like vellum, for example, with the gold. We can try that out later so you guys can see how that looks. And what I'm really excited about is this new color that we're introducing. So in the colors, it's the same ones as what we have with the glue gun versions, except that this one is a white pearl. So this one, as you can see here, it's like a it's kind of like a shiny metallic white color. So what's cool about it is that when you add some of this color into the spoon, that it makes it a little bit more metallic, and of course it also lightens up the color, which I think it's got a really cool look to it, especially when you want to add like a metallic sheen to things. For example, the other day I was just testing it out, and I put 2 of the white pearl and 1 of the pink, of the blue wax beads to make kind of like a nice shiny pale blue color. We can do that later actually. Once we finish up with this, we can add 2 of these pearls into the remaining wax, because when you pour out the wax from these, it doesn't completely go off. So you can kind of get that kind of reuse whatever wax is in there to make the wax seal. So as you can see, the wax is like slowly melting, and it's definitely a slow process. There's 3 ways to make wax seals with us, right? So far, you guys have seen us use the wax seal lovers kit. We used the glue gun, right? The glue gun version. The glue gun version really is the fastest way to do it. But of course, if you wanted to only do 1 or 2 wax seals, this is one cool way to go about it. Or you can use the brass wax sticks. So this one has a wick, so you light it up essentially, and you let the wax melt and kind of go into your surface, and then you'll be able to make a wax seal. But that's obviously one of the slower ways to go about it, and you can't really mix and match colors with it. Which as this one, you can mix and match everything in that spoon and then make it on your surface. So right now it's definitely getting heated up. I can almost see it completely melted. And once it's completely melted, you know that this entire piece is hot. So I've already put a warning in, but I know people are going to miss it, but you want to keep it nice, and you don't want to hold it essentially. Just want to leave it on its own. Okay, so now we're ready to pour some wax down. Slowly put that on your surface. And 2 wax seals make a nice small wax, resulting wax seal. 2 wax beads make a small one. So that's how much it can make. Then we put the wax seal, put it on. And while it's still hot, and we got a little bit of that beige in there, I'm gonna put in 2 more wax, the pearl ones in there for good measure. And I'm just going to, quickly wipe the edge here so that I don't have wax coming off. So a cold water on paper towel is a good way to go about it. And now we can lift it up and take a look at your resulting wax seal. So here we are, got the calligraphy pen design there. It's really cute. Got the oblique calligraphy pen, some swirls, and an ink. It's a limited edition one, so you can see it's just a right size for 2. Our wax seals are 0.8 inches wide, so the resulting wax seal is about 1 inch wide. So it's a good, decent, like, sizing essentially. And now that we're adding pearl color to this melting spoon, it will make it like kind of like a champagne color. So you guys excited? I'm just like heating it up. I'm loving this little koozie that we got made. Initially we were kind of just DIYing it, but yeah, so it roughly takes, I want to say, when it's hot, about 3 to 4 minutes per wax seal. So it's a slow process, but it's nice to be slow too, right? Like, you're not rushing. You know, if you're making just 1 wax seal, then that's all you really need to do is just like light it up and then do it. You know, and then once you're done, you blow the candle out, and then you don't need to be wasting a lot of wax. And the cool thing about having a melting spoon is that you use so much of your old wax. I have so much of my other wax seals here. You know, I can cut them up and put them in there can I make some cool combinations, like a copper one, for example. I don't have copper in my shop, but if I added that in there, it'd make a really cool combination. So right now it's almost melted. You can see it getting melted. And you can swirl it down a little bit, especially if you wanted to get all those colors like mixed together a little bit more. So the white pearl kind of tends to look like a little bit silvery. So when you add the beige, it makes it a little bit more champagne-y. And we can show the difference later. So this is the beige one, which is just one beige. And then this one has the remainder of the beige plus the pearl. So we can take a look at, see how that looks. Okay, I think we're ready to go to pour our wax. So much fun. Oh, I love this color. Okay. I'm gonna just wipe that. And that's honestly how you can clean this too, is just using the paper towel, wet paper towel. But I'm not done yet because I'm going to be adding some gold to it. So I'm going to add a bit of gold to that. So I'm going to add just one gold because gold is a really thick color. And then add that pearl color again to show you guys how that combination looks. Yeah, super exciting. Okay, I think this one should be almost done. It usually just takes about 15 seconds or so for the wax seal to be okay, to be lifted up, especially if your wax seal is cold. Okay, take a look at the difference, right? So you've got in here a beige color, which is like just straight up beige and matte, right? It's not shiny at all. And then you've got this one where it's shiny and sparkly, but it's got that bit of that beige in it as well. So it's got like a champagne look to it. So I think it's really cool. It's like a different approach, you know. Sorry, I'm trying to get this in focus for you guys to see. There you are. Yeah, so different look. And that's the beauty about this method, right? It's slow, but really relaxing to be able to do. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be our last one, just so we could take a look. But as I mentioned, we now have 8 different ones. We've got the white pearl. We've got vellum, which is a nice clear look. And then we've got the gold, as I mentioned, so our classic gold color, which is a bit bronzy. This is the forest green. We've got the pale gray, the dusty blue, which is a nice medium blue color, beige, which is super part of our aesthetic. We personally really love this color, and the blush. And the candle eventually, you know, it'll melt all the wax, and then it might not be as hot anymore, and then you blow it out. This is meant to be that you're doing it, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 at once, and then you turn it off by blowing. So not meant for like multiple wax seal production. I mean, it's quite slow, right? We're 15 minutes into this video and we've made 2.5 wax seals. And then if you wanted to make more, of course, you use the glue gun, which is what we usually recommend. All right, so you can see it's getting there. We've got 3 colors in there now, right? We've got a bit of the beige, or still a bit of a remainder of the beige, with white pearl and the gold in there. Okay, I'm just gonna make some room here to make this wax seal because this is the best spot for it currently, so you guys can see it. And you kind of swirl it around with that gold because why not, right? The gold kind of gave it a bit of a darker sheen. And then now that we're all done with this, I'm just going to wipe it clean. with the wet paper towel. And if you have any residue in it at all, what you can do is to actually just melt it again. Heat up the wax seal, heat up the melting spoon, and then you can pick it out after with the wax. If it doesn't like kind of completely come off, you can melt it, let it melt a little bit, and then wipe it again. That will help get most, if not all, of the wax off by the end of it. Okay, let's take a look at how it looks. Whoa, that is super duper cool, guys. You can see that it's like marbling. Essentially, it's a bit warm still. The wax it was just made. It's a marbled, super cool marbled look for the wax seal. Very different from that beige champagne kind of look, and then the just plain beige color. So feels a little bit like you're playing with chocolate to make this happen. I think it's a really cool way to do it. But it gives you a lot of options, right? And like I said, you don't need necessarily the wax beads to use it. You can use some of your old wax seals, just like these, cut it up. If you don't need them anymore, you want to remake them, remelt them. Or sometimes, you know, when you go and use your glue gun, you have like all the little bits and pieces. That's also one cool way to go about it. See, now it's like the wax is wet. I mean, melted, so it's easier to wipe it clean. All right, okay, now we're all done. We blow the candle out and we're all good and set to go. And that concludes our demonstration / tutorial today. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I sure did, because this has been like in production for so long, and I'm so happy to be able to share this with you. To purchase any of these supplies, just go to my shop, writtenwordcalligraphy.com, and I cannot wait to see what wax seals you make, what color combinations you come up with. Make sure you tag me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you post it, at Written Word Calligraphy. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye for now.